overflowing with basil and all pestoed out. Today we're going to try something new. I'll be harvesting basil and whipping up a luscious, tangy, creamy green goddess dressing. It's super delicious and it's way more than a salad topper. Come and join me. Welcome back to my garden, everybody. Today I am harvesting some basil and we're going to make a green goddess. It's a salad dressing, but it's got so many more uses than just a dressing. So I'm up on the deck where I'm growing most of my herbs, and I'm going to harvest some basil. I'm just trying to find a good spot to cut it. So what you want to do with basil is find the spot right above where the leaves are splitting and just cut the stalk there. It's very easy. And then what that's going to do is encourage the plant to, I lost where I cut it, is to encourage the plant to grow more branches out, and it'll get bushy. So let me show you. I did that over here. I'll just bring you over here. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, right here. So this is where, hold on, let me find it. This is where I had cut several days ago now. And what'll happen, I don't remember if these grew after or before I cut it. What'll happen is wherever you cut, it'll encourage the plant to split out and grow more branches out of that spot, which is what you want. And typically when I'm harvesting basil, I look for places where it's starting to bloom. Yeah, here's a perfect example. So right here, this is just like the beginning of the bloom, and many types of basil, if you let it bloom, it'll change the taste. So you either pull off those little blooms. I'm trying to find one that has one. This is just the beginning of one here, which is not a good example. I've been pretty diligent on, on picking those off, so I don't think I have any to show you, regardless. But when harvesting for basil, I usually start with those because those are the ones that are about to start blooming, and then I'll just interrupt that cycle and then just come in and usually go down all the way to that next node where the leaves come out, and then just cut it there, which will encourage the plant to grow more branches out. Now the recipe calls for about a cup of basil, so I'm just going to keep going here. And do I want to go further down? You know what? I'm going to go all the way down here. That's a good chunk. Look how beautiful that is. It smells amazing. Okay, now let me see. I'm looking at how much I've got. Does this look like a cup? No, I think I'm going to grab one more. And the beauty of, you know what? I'll leave this plant alone. I'll come back over here. The beauty of basil is the more you cut, the more it grows. So it is in your best interest to harvest your basil. Grab this piece down here. It's funny, I found for the first time this season, you know what, I'll go further down. I found a Japanese beetle on my basil. And well, he didn't live long. It's the bane of our existence as gardeners, are the infamous Japanese beetle. They're usually on my beans, but I don't see them on my beans yet, probably because my beans are just starting. But anyway, it's all good. All right, we're going to leave it at that. I think I've got enough. Let me just check. This is my harvest. Bring it up here. So this is what I've got for the recipe. That's about a cup. Doesn't matter. It's not really exact, but I think this is going to do. And then I'm going to pop into the kitchen and we're going to make a green goddess dressing. It's so delicious, you guys. I'll see you in a bit. Hey everybody, welcome back to my kitchen. Today we are making a green goddess salad dressing. And this is perfect if you've got an abundance of basil and you're done making pesto, or you're getting a little bit tired and trying to find something new to do with your basil. So I'll link the recipe below, the one I'm following. It's another Barefoot Contessa Ina Garten recipe. I change it up just a little bit. In her recipe, she's got anchovy paste. I don't have it, or I don't typically have it on hand, so I just omit it. But everything else is pretty much the same. And it's super, super simple. We're basically doing a cup of mayo, a cup of basil, about 6 or 7 green onions or scallions, the juice of 2 lemons, 2 teaspoons of salt, I think it was 1 teaspoon of pepper, putting all of that in the food processor, mixing it all up, and then at the end we'll add 1 cup of sour cream. Oh, and 2 cloves of garlic, of course. If you know me by now, there's garlic in almost everything that we do. All right, so let's get going. I'll put this over here for now, and I'm going to start with, I think I'll start with the mayo just to get this out of the way. And it's a cup of mayo. You can use any mayonnaise that you like. And what I like about this recipe is it's super fresh. Like it tastes, they call it green goddess. Like it tastes green. It's super fresh. It's such a summer recipe. And this is one of those things that I only make this in the summer when I have my fresh basil, because it's so good. All right, so step 1, we're putting our mayo in. And this is going to make about, hold on, I'll show you in a second, where I'm going to put the dressing, so you'll see how much it makes. Put that here. I'm going to be putting it in here, and it's pretty much full. So what is this? I don't even remember what this is. A liter? A liter is what? I'm trying to think how many quarts it is. I don't remember. I'll put it up on the screen. 32 ounces. So this is what I'm going to be putting in and just leaving it in the fridge. So we've got 1 cup mayo. I'm just going to chop these up real quick. Doesn't have to be a fancy chop because we're going to process it in the food processor. This is another one of those recipes that I prefer using a food processor for, just because it gets it nice and blended. You can use a blender. Like if you don't have a food processor, a blender is totally fine. Ooh, I forgot my bowl. Hold on a second. Forgot my little bowl. All right, and then I just give it a rough chop. This is all going to get mixed up anyway. And it's the whites and the greens of the green onions. Put that in there. Garlic. Again, you don't have to mince this or anything like that because it's going to be going in the food processor. So just a rough chop will be fine. Yeah, and this is, it's a green goddess. It's a salad dressing, but really you can use this in so many different ways. You can use it as a spread, like in the basis of like a wrap or something like that. You can put like a little dollop of it in a soup, just to stir it in to give it that little creamy brightness to it. You can put it anywhere really. Toss it, drizzle it over chicken or fish. For the basil, I'm just going to rough chop, and I'm going to keep the stems in because they're going to get chopped up in there as well. It's just to give them a head start in the chop. It's nothing fancy, just so that they can fit comfortably in there. And I love the taste of basil. I love the smell of basil. It smells so good. And all of this comes out in this dressing. It's really good. And I'll be honest, this dressing encourages me to eat more salad. Not that I don't like salad, but it's probably not my favorite thing. But with this dressing, so good. All right, we got all of that. Let me do the juice of 2 lemons. And I'm going to put this here for now because I'm going to do it in this cup. Yeah, but there's so many different ways that you can use it. Even though it's called a salad dressing, so many different things you can do with it. And they say it's about a quarter cup of lemon juice. Recipe says that's 2 lemons, but I'll see. These lemons are quite large. And I'm doing it in my my dirty cup. Again, so I don't have to, the less things I have to dirty. Where we're at. That's actually about a quarter cup, so I'm just going to put the juice of 1 lemon in. But again, it's to your taste, right? Whatever you prefer. All right. That goes in there. This we're doing at the end. And then we've got, let me just double check the salt and pepper. 2 teaspoons salt, 1 teaspoon pepper. So 2 teaspoons, I use kosher salt. I don't even think I own table salt. 2 teaspoons salt, 1 teaspoon pepper. I don't have a measuring, so I just eyeball it. Worst case, you just adjust it after the fact anyway. I think that's all. Sour cream goes in at the end, and I'll leave my cup to do for that. And I think that's it. All right, let's give it a whir. And I usually only make this in the summer, just because that's when I have fresh basil on hand, like a good amount of it. All right, off we go. Sorry for the noise. There we go. And you just want to let it go until it gets creamy and cuts up all the big chunks. Halfway through, I'm just gonna see all the little pieces of green in there. Oops. Right down the sides. Let it go again. And then we'll add the sour cream. Right. Wash my hand. All right, then we're going to add 1 cup of sour cream. And I just realized, do you think this will? Sure. So I need a cup of this. All right. Again, as exact as you can make it. As long as you're close enough, that is good enough. All right, we'll put that there. Put our sour cream in. And you can use like whatever. I think mine is like a 5% sour cream, 5% fat. Use whatever you like. I've used the 14, I've used the higher fat, the lower fat. It all tastes good. The basil is the star. The basil and the green onion. You can really taste the green. It's really good. All right. Put this back on. Make sure I don't drip anywhere. And this we're going to blend just until it's blended, until it's mixed up. And that's pretty much it. Super easy. All right. I think we're done. I'm just going to move all of this out of the way. Here. Salt and pepper over here. Just to give us some room. This I'm done. This I'm going to need. This I'm done. All right. Bring this over. So good. You know what? There's only so much pesto. Pesto's amazing, but it's good to have some other uses for basil in your repertoire because it's such a good. It just tastes like summer, and pesto is good. You know, it's got its uses. definitely. We eat a lot of it. But this salad dressing is amazing. Okay, I'm gonna put it in here. What I'm gonna do, let me get this off of here. I'm gonna pour it in first. Try not to make a mess. I'm gonna come up here to make sure I don't make a mess. With this. All right. I'm just gonna pour it in and then I'll use the spatula. It's so good. And you can probably add, different herbs to this if you want to. I like that the lemon adds that little kick of freshness. Okay, hold on. I'll just get the rest of this out. Bear with me, guys. All right, let's get the rest of this. And it's about a liter, 32 ounce. 32 ounces, what? Eight cups. 1 cup is 8 ounces. So 8 cups. It's plenty. And we leave this in the fridge. It's good for a few weeks at least. And it smells so good, you guys. All right. So made a little bit of a mess here, but that's okay. All right, and I want to try this now. Let me grab a spoon. Yeah, so typically we have this on salad. You can use it as a dip. You can use it as a spread. You can use it as drizzle it over any kind of protein that you make. Over vegetables is really good. It's so good. I love it. I think this is probably my favorite salad dressing, even though it's so much more than a salad dressing. But it's really, really good. And I hope you guys give this a try, especially because it's summer. It's time for basil. Everybody, at least in my garden, I garden in zone 6A, Nova Scotia. And my basil has been kicking in and really producing. And again, there's only so much pesto a girl can eat. Love pesto, not knocking pesto, but it's good to add some variety. All right, so I'm going to pop this in the fridge. And if you do give this a try, I would love to know how you use it. If you like it, leave a comment below. If you've been enjoying the Eat What You Grow and being able to harvest what I've got in my garden and making things with it. If you enjoyed today's video, hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe. Leave any comments you like, especially if you've given this a try or you've found different uses for it. I would love to hear it. And happy gardening, everybody.